The first major public transit analysis question we want to answer is, who does the public transit system serve? A typical fixed route transit system serves only the people and areas within a short distance of transit stops. To answer the question, who does the public transit system serve, we need to answer some sub-questions. Where are the transit stops and lines? What geographic area is served by the transit system? What are the demographic characteristics of the people served? In this video, we'll focus on the first question, where are the transit stops and lines? In later videos, we'll talk about how to use this data to calculate the area your transit system serves and the demographic characteristics of the people served. We're going to be using Gtfs public transit data in this video. If you're not familiar with Gtfs data, I encourage you to go back and watch the earlier video in this series that provides an introduction to Gtfs datasets. Question: which components of Gtfs can we look at directly in a map? Answer: the stops and the shapes. The stops.txt and shapes.txt files contain the only geographic components of a Gtfs dataset. Note that we can visualize shapes, not routes. Routes in Gtfs are a conceptual category. I realize the terminology is confusing, and you might see your transit shapes in the map and call them routes or lines or whatever. That's okay. But keep in mind that the shapes.txt file provides the geographic information about the paths traveled by vehicles in the system. You can convert your Gtfs stops and shapes into feature classes to use in the map in ArcGIS Pro using the Gtfs stops to features and Gtfs shapes to features tools. These tools are located in the Public Transit Tools Geoprocessing toolbox. Note that if you're using a version of ArcGIS Pro prior to 2.9, these tools were located in the Conversion Tools toolbox. Now I'll show you a demo of using these tools in ArcGIS Pro. Here we are in ArcGIS Pro, and in the Geoprocessing pane, I've got the Public Transit Tools toolbox, and you can see the Gtfs Shapes to Features tool and the Gtfs Stops to Features tool. I'll run the Gtfs Stops to Features tool first. So this tool is asking me for a Gtfs stops.txt file as input, and I've got a Gtfs dataset that I pulled from the Network Analyst tutorial data, and I'll just select the stops.txt file. And I'll just give the output a name. And run the tool. So this tool has created a feature class of my public transit stops from the Gtfs stops.txt file. And if I open the attribute table, you can see that the fields included in this file are all the same ones from the stops.txt file. All right, now I'll run the Gtfs Shapes to Features tool. So the input to this tool is a shapes.txt file from the Gtfs dataset. And I'll give the output a name. All right, so this tool has created a feature class representing the shapes or transit lines or routes, whatever you want to call them, in my dataset. If I open the attribute table, you'll see that this feature class is actually kind of a hybrid of shapes, which is the geometry, and then also some fields in here that are derived from the routes.txt file. And this is just for convenience so that you can see which route each shape on the map is associated with. So we've got the route ID, and of interest is the route type, which indicates whether this is a bus or a subway or whatever. Route type text field is just added for your convenience, and it translates the route type numerical code into some string that's easier for you to read and understand. Also, the route color comes from the routes.txt file, and it's something that the agency uses to designate what color each route should be represented as in the map. And so the reason that this feature class has all these rainbow colors is because the agency itself has chosen each of these colors to be used to represent these shapes. This concludes my demo of mapping the locations of your transit stops and transit lines in the map. We'll proceed with some more exciting demos in the next couple of videos.